SHOT Show 2017 with the Quick Draw booth with Jimmy. How you doing, brother?
Stuart, how's it going, man?
Good
to meet you.
Well, we talked for just a few moments. Of course, you got business going on here, so we don't want to interrupt that.
Yeah.
And you prefer Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy's perfect.
Okay. Some guys I used to work with.
You're in the inner circle now,
Jimmy,
so it's
Jim,
fine.
You're going to be part of my brotherhood. Jimmy, Jim,
All
Jim,
right,
Jim.
let's
We're
do
gonna.
it.
Yeah. There's all sorts of. Well, we don't want to go to now.
Yeah.
You're a health guy, healthcare guy.
I like to work out a little bit.
Okay. You like cigars, scotch, anything like that?
Love
Is there any
cigars
vice?
and scotch. You just have to work out a little bit more.
There you go.
Not good.
Yeah, you got to pay for it.
No other vices other than that.
You got to no. Oh, come on, brother. You got other
That's
vice.
it.
I know.
As far as
And
I can recall.
Now that's the standard line. I do not recall.
Right.
I have no independent recollection of those other vices. That's a good one. That's given to you, brother.
Cool.
Okay. Now the history of the company.
Yeah. So Quick Draw. Hey, we've been around for just about 1 year now.
Okay.
And the reason why the company came around is I was doing some training for some guys, and they tried some other products in their holsters. They had brand new holsters. They paid a lot of money for their training.
Are we talking Kydex or leather or both?
They had Kydex.
Okay.
They paid a lot of money for their training, and they brought some lube for their holster out, and they had some issues. Well,
I'm thinking of all sorts of
they're
jokes. But we're not
engineers. They're engineers, and then they came back 6 months later and said, "We really love that training, but man, we just had like this epiphany go off about a lubricant that didn't have any petroleum in it, that was silicon and lanolin, which is good for steel. So it's a higher quality silicon. That's what's out in the market that you get at Home Depot or a hardware store, things like that, specifically for the gun industry.
Now is the lanolin also? Wouldn't the lanolin be good for leather too?
Lanolin's great for leather.
Okay.
It's easy on textile fabrics, cloth, things like that. It's not going to discolor your holster, and any of that stuff. So safe on everything. But the lanolin, what it does is not only is it good for leather and steel in particular, but it adds a little bit of a thickness to silicone, so it doesn't leak out of the holster or become messy. So they came up.
When you say thicken, you mean it makes it less
viscous. Yeah, less viscous.
We just said viscous.
Exactly.
We just said viscous at the
You owe
same
me a
time. That's
scotch.
scary. Yeah.
This guy owes me a scotch, right?
Okay.
Macallan, baby, 18 at least. All right.
Lagavulin, brother.
Right on. So moving on, where did I leave off? So the deal is the product is going to stay where you want it to stay now.
Right.
Because
It's not going to be dripping down your uniform
That's right.
or dripping on your nice khakis. Or
USPSA shooters, if you don't know, Stuart,
Yeah.
they're already used in silicone from a hardware store. They sprayed in their gear, and then when I sent them some of this, all these guys are coming back and they're saying, you know what? We love it. Well, what's so great about it? Well, it works as good or better than anything else we use. But I don't have to be so careful about how much I spray in to wipe it off. I spray it and just forget it.
Right.
It's not dripping down my stuff and on my pants and whatnot. Other than that, it's great for tactical guys using out in the desert, training anywhere. Even guys that are carrying concealed, you're wearing a Kydex holster, appendix style, you look at that holster a couple days later and the static electricity builds up and it's sucking in all this lint, all of this stuff. So
you got all sorts of evidence inside that holster.
Yeah, exactly. So tactile
I'm gonna
fill.
hold this up for you. You keep going. You keep going.
It's a tactile fill coming in and out of the holster, so it feels better. You don't feel that grinding, snapping into the form of your Kydex or out, right? You don't feel that grind, so it snaps in and out. They love that. It dissipates the static electricity, so you don't have all that buildup or dust or dirt in there. And today, what are guys doing to their guns? Cerakote jobs, all of this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So now you got this nice Cerakote job on your, on your steel. You have a Quick Draw on it, it's protecting the, coating on your gun, the finish on your gun.
Now this is a small aerosol size.
This is a small one. This one here.
And quick story, I was at an IPSC shoot.
Yeah.
Guy brought out a little bottle of something. I was wearing all duty gear. This guy brought it out of his bikini holster and he brought this up, brought his weapon up, cleared, of course, little squirt on the weapon itself. And I could have swore to God, it's like, what is he doing? Trying to kill mosquitoes with this thing? But what you're talking about is he was using Kydex. He was using a Kydex bikini holster. So he's trying to lubricate that holster so he had a better, because everything's about speed in that game.
Right.
So, anyhow, just a sideline to the smaller bottle.
It's
so
great.
It's handy.
Yeah.
You can put this on your gear belt.
Oh yeah, this can go in, right in your range bag, right in your gear belt, right in your pocket.
Yeah.
50 to 60 applications out of this, the large can. So this is 50 to 60 pumps, it's pneumatic. You can take this on your carry-on luggage.
Right.
This one here, aerosol, 500 1-second sprays approximately.
Okay,
so that's
great.
going to last a long time.
MSRP on the larger can.
$17.95. $9.95.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And available now. Again, you're a baby company. You've been around for about a year, maybe a year 0.5 or so. Are you in a lot of retailers right now?
We're not in any retailers.
Direct?
We're online wholesalers. Holstersmith, you can get this. Knifekits.com, you can get this. And there's a lot of holster companies that we're partnered with, like Stealth Gear USA. They sell a lot of Quick Draw with their holsters. C&G Arms, high threat concealment. These are guys that make holsters for law enforcement. Law enforcement is like high threat concealment is really big with LE, really big with the diplomatic protection, high threat guys that go overseas. That's State Department. They have that contract. Every holster that they produce and send out is already pre-treated with quick draw.
Pre-treated with your...
It's part of the manufacturing process. So these guys know that it works.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, when I first approach them, they all, dude, what is this? Like, seriously, the guys are laughing in the shop. We don't know what you sent us. I'm like, just try it, call me back.
Yeah.
They call us back, they're like, no kidding. We gave you some crap, but this stuff works. All the guys are running it in their own rigs.
Yeah.
Let's talk numbers now. We want to start selling it. So that's how we know. You know, we have some social proof and some good credibility behind it.
So now, if you're not running Kydex, say if you're running leather, either concealment leather or duty leather, this is not going to recondition your leather. Well, it's got lanolin in it, though.
It's got lanolin.
So will it give a recondition? I mean, I'm using the wrong word.
It won't break the material down any further.
It'll help
but it will
cease
clean
any
it up,
deterioration.
and it will season. It will season it.
No, I meant
cleaner.
cease. It will help cease any deterioration you
Oh
might
yeah,
have.
no, it'll stop it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it will.
Like if you've got salt built up, you know, from sweat and what have you, all that stuff that the body, that gunk that the body produces, that will help to slow down that process. If you've got something if you've already got a
100%.
well broken in holster.
Yeah. 100% it'll
Okay,
do that.
beautiful.
That's what the silicone will be for. Yep.
Okay, brother. Well, listen, I'm going to let you go. I want
Thanks,
you to get
sir.
back to some regular business.
Good time.
We'll talk soon. We're going to have to
Callan
talk
18, baby.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. You guys have a good show.